Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Can you hear me now? Good. Fellas, it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope vid to step to. I sincerely apologize. I've been a terrible host of Urbane Lifestyle, so I'm like that friend who you don't talk to for a while or you send a text to and they take forever to text back. That's like me right now. And so I could bore you with a lot of details about why I haven't been in front of a camera, but bottom line is life happens, and life happened to me. But rest assured, I'm back. So I thought the best place to start was the foundation of Urbane, and that's fashion and style. So today we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about style, we're going to define that, fashion, we're going to define that, and then we're going to talk about how you can use fashion and style together, then how fashion and style will help your success. You ready? Let's go. Let's just define style right off the jump, okay? So style is a distinctive manner or custom or way of conducting yourself. So if you want to think about it, style is like your own personal brand. It's your identity. It's something that you want to highlight about yourself to the world, right? So because style is tied so much to like your own personality, I thought that it might be best to define some of the personality traits. So there are 5 key personality traits or 5 key traits that make up your personality, all right? So all of these 5 traits, they're on a scale, all right? There's not one right or wrong answer. It's just about where you fall on this scale. The first of the 5 personality traits is openness to experience. And it's almost just like it says. How open are you to new experiences, to a new way of thinking, to thinking outside of the box? Where do you land on that scale? Are you more open to ideas or are you less open to ideas? The second of the 5 personality traits is conscientiousness. Conscientiousness is how you control your impulses. It's your discipline. How serious do you take your work? How serious do you take your schedule? Are you someone who's pretty type A and pretty organized, or are you pretty loose with things? Number 3 is extroversion. Where do you fall on the scale of extroversion? And I'm not necessarily talking about are you an introvert or are you an extrovert. We could go down that path. But what I'm saying is, where do you draw your energy from? If you draw your energy from people, you rank pretty high on the scale of extroversion. If you draw your energy from being alone or from yourself or something internally, then you rank pretty low on extroversion. That's not saying it's a good or a bad thing, it's just where do you rank? Number 4 is agreeableness. How well do you work with others? Where is your sympathy? Where is your empathy? How well do you relate to others? Where do you land on that scale? Are you pretty sympathetic to people? You're really in tune with your emotions. You're pretty pulled back, and you can detach yourself from your emotions and your rational line of thinking. And number 5 on this scale is your neuroticism. So your neuroticism is how you view yourself. Like, how comfortable are you in your own skin? The people who rank pretty high in neuroticism, they aren't very comfortable in their own skin. They're not very confident. The people who rank pretty low in neuroticism, they are very self-confident. They believe in themselves. They have a little bit more of that confidence. I mean, it's not one thing is better than the other. It's where do you fall on that scale? Your personality is made up of all 5 of those personality traits. The purpose of me going through all 5 and kind of describing what they were wasn't to say you should fit into one box or another. It was to give you a guideline to help you better define what your personality style is. Let's talk about fashion next. We already defined style, and we already talked about that style is a personality thing. Fashion, by contrast, is an expression of your style. Fashion is the clothes, the accessories, the apparel that you can use to express your style. Fashion is the trends. They're the things that are going to live and that they're going to die. All right, fashion does not stick around. It changes. It's cyclical. Yves Saint Laurent said that fashion fades, style is eternal. All right. So how can you use fashion and style as a weapon? First of all, don't get too caught up in a particular fashion. Instead of spending a lot of time figuring out what fashion you want to portray, you need to figure out what part of your style, what part of your personality that you want to highlight. It's no secret, and I'm making no bones about this, that your style will be key to your success. Think about it like this. Your fashion is your silent hype man. I guess it's not too silent. It's your hype man. It can say things that you can't say. It can highlight things that you can't highlight. You could walk into a room and shout, "I'm the most confident, well-spoken person in this room." Or you could walk into the room and have your style and your fashion on point and allow that to speak for you. Let's just face it, how you come across in this world is very important. You need to control as much of that situation as you can. If you send the message that you're put together, the world will eat it up. The world will also eat it up. Rather, it'll eat you up if your fashion and your style don't convey control and confidence. Fellas, moral of the story, understand your style and allow the fashion that you choose to drive home the point of your style. Use your style and your fashion to shape your success and to become the person that you want to be. All right, fellas, that's all I got for today. And I promise you that the next video that I do is not going to take 6 months to get out, okay? So for that, I apologize. So I'm not going to ask for your likes. I'm not going to ask for your subscription right now, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to earn those likes and I'm going to earn that subscription. So until next time, stay urbane.